No, do it at the top so you don't mix it up with the other number. That's how you messed up last time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Okay, now what you got to take away?
9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So how many you got left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. The answer must be 8.
Good job. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's do this next one.
So 16 plus 8 equals.
No, it's something paw
Yes.
print plus 8 equals 16.
Paw print plus 8 equals 16.
So how many lines you got to write?
15.
Okay, so write 16 lines. Start all the way over here so you have space.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Okay, now how many you got to take away?
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Good job. Now how many do you have left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so what's your answer?
8.
Okay. So 8 plus 8 is 16, right?
Uh-huh.
Good job. Now do the next one. Write your lines up here. How many lines you got to write?
15.
Good job. Write it up at the top. Start here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay, how many you got to take away?
6.
All right, take away 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How many you got left?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9.
Okay. Good
My
job.
answer is 9.
So, what's the problem? 9.
9 plus 6 equals 5. I'm 15.
Good job. All right, do the next one. Write the lines at the bottom. Start here.
1, 2, 3.
T-Rex now destroy every Autobot in this world. Don't worry, we are Autobots. We will save the day. Tyrannosaurus Rex, I am a Decepticon. Wahahaha. The Autobots.
Naja, your hair look nice.
Yes, I do.
Say hi.
Hi.
Alright, peace fam. What's up? Just giving an update before I get too busy. Today is September 12th. It's like 8:21 p.m. And I was just calling to give an update. I just got on my niece because I thought today was my nephew's birthday. It's tomorrow. I had my follow-up appointment today, and it went okay. It wasn't what I expected, but I shouldn't have. I mean, when I got my blood work done, I was menstruating, so should have known. My iron levels did go up, but it wasn't what, you know, it isn't where it needs to be. It needs to be like at least 30, and it was 21. It's higher, much higher than it was starting out, but we want it to be at 30, at least at 30. So, um, my doctor prescribed some iron pills, and I don't like iron pills. He was like, he's gonna prescribe a stool softener too for the constipation, but I don't want to bother with that. And then my cholesterol was still high. When I got my blood work done, that was on the 11th of last month of August. And I had my follow up today, the 12th of September, for like a month and a day later when I had my follow up, but I got my labs done like a month ago. And yep, the results. They got the results on the 12th of August. That's what the paper say. But my doctor was on vacation, so I had to wait until. After first, I had to wait until they got the results, and then I had to wait until he got back from vacation. And he was quick. He came in. I saw the medical assistant. She took my blood pressure. My blood pressure was 133 over something, 80 something. So my blood pressure went down. It's now 120 over 80, but it's not as high as it was when I first went in. So he didn't even mention nothing about blood pressure medication. He didn't ask me was I still taking it. I guess he could see because I didn't refill the prescription. And I told the girl that I wasn't taking it because I didn't, like, it made my pressure go up. And she was like, yeah, I get it. She's like, that's why I don't really like messing with that either. But the medical assistant. But he didn't mention the blood pressure medication at all. He was like, so now we're just gonna look into this anemia. He was like, he told me what it was. I said, well, it went up. He said, yeah, it did go up. It improved, but it's not what we need it to be. And he was like, so I'm gonna prescribe you these iron pills, and if it's not up by next time I see you, my follow up for that is gonna be December 12th. I go back December 12th, and I guess I'll be getting my blood work done before then. So probably like sometime in November, a week or two before my follow up. I'll probably do it like 2 or 3 weeks before my follow up. That's the way I know I have it, and then we'll see. But he was like, if it's not 30, at least 30 by then he then I'm gonna need to go to a hematologist. And I was telling my niece, that my iron was it increased, but it wasn't what it needed to be. And she was like, I don't understand that because you take all of this stuff and you do all of this. Like, I don't understand why. I said my body is not absorbing iron. And she was like, and then I was like, and I was on my period when I got my labs done, and my doctor said that could be why. He said it probably was higher than that, but when I got my labs, that might be why it was decreased. So it could have been closer to 30. But so next time I gotta make sure when I get my labs I'm not menstruating. But it just came down the day before I was supposed to go. So like a day or two I think before I was supposed to go get my labs done, that's when it. But whatever. Yep. And my cholesterol was still high, so he told me I told him I started taking the garlic pills again because I stopped taking them, and I started taking them again. And he was like, don't take the garlic pills with the iron pill because they both, irritate your stomach. So he told me to take some artichoke pills. He said they do the same thing as the garlic pills. The garlic pills are better than artichoke pills, but because I'll be taking the iron pill, take the artichoke pill. But I don't know if I'm gonna take the iron pill because I'm no good when I'm constipated. I'm a Virgo. Like, we rule the gut, the intestines, and if my gut is not right, if I'm constipated, I can't. That's why I stopped taking them damn iron pills before, because I can't. It is like extremely uncomfortable for me to be constipated like that. So I'm gonna go back to taking my liquid iron and shit. I thought it was my reserves was filled when I started getting constipated from the liquid iron. Cause at first I wasn't getting constipated from it, and then after a while of taking it, I started being irregular. So I'm like, it gotta be this iron, but we'll see. But I started taking the chlorella and the spirulina and the moringa powder. I had a matcha boba tea today. They had a place across from my doctor's office. When we left, we went and got. Eli said he wanted something he never had before, so I got us some boba tea, and they had some shrimp noodles. We got that, and they had a game, and Eli was playing the game. He was matching the cards um, while we waited for our food to get done. And we had fun. I was just looking at him and I was just like present, like fully present, like enjoying the moment. I wasn't messing with my phone. I haven't really been on social media like that. If I do get on there, I'm posting a story. I'm not even posting my reels like I was because I don't really want to be on there like that. Um, I'm being more present, like with my real deal life. Um, and like I've been reading. I finished my other book. I haven't finished my astrology book. I started reading it, and I started reading something else. My a book came today. What is it? Mind Matters. This came in the mail today. A resource guide to psychiatry for Black communities. I'm about to crack this baby open today or tomorrow. Yes, Elijah, you can. I'm gonna crack this open today or tomorrow and get started on this because it's gonna have some real good information. They talk about it stopped on this page. Are Black boys overdiagnosed with ADHD? It is commonly stated that in the Black community that Black males are overdiagnosed with ADHD. This statement can be true and not true at the same time. Hyperactivity and inattentiveness are symptoms of ADHD, but they are not specific to ADHD. Inattentiveness and hyperactivity may be seen in other mental and physical health issues. The most common misdiagnosis is another mental health issue, such as mood and anxiety disorders. Also, behavioral issues in children who are frequently misdiagnosed are family conflict, poor nutrition, inadequate sleep, or other learning disorders or disabilities. Exposure to drugs, cigarettes, or alcohol while the mother was pregnant often lead to ADHD-like symptoms as well. Black boys on average are less likely to be diagnosed with ADHD than their white male counterparts. Black males are more likely to be diagnosed with opposition defiant disorder or conduct disorder, which are typically less treatable and often require structured environments leading to harsher disciplinary issues, including in-school suspension, expulsion, and even incarceration into juvenile services. Being placed out of the classroom means less instructional days in school. The amount of days in class has a direct effect on the ability to pass a grade level and on dropout rates. Nearly 60% of Black males who do not complete high school will be incarcerated. This missed and underdiagnosed ADHD continues to have a major effect on Black homes, families, and communities. Childhood trauma often leads to ADHD symptoms. Yep. Within all races, nationally, approximately 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys before the age of 18 will be sexually molested, raped, or abused. Yep. Black children are more often survivors of community violence and individual, public, academic, and institutional racism. This is often seen in unclean air and water, hell yeah, public policy, lack of funding of educational systems, over and under policing, and inadequate nutrition, food deserts. Despite these issues, many children in these affected communities do quite well. Some examples include access to extended family members, doing well academically, mentoring programs, social services, sports, and exposure to positive role models and activities. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna get into this book. They got some good stuff in here. You know, Eli was just diagnosed with ADHD. He also has some stuff about depression and anxiety, and dealt with that. So I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that tonight because I kept reading. It was interesting, and it was a lot of that stuff rang true. A lot of kids, a lot of these disorders and diseases and mental issues stem from trauma, childhood trauma, just trauma, all around trauma. And, these things are a result: ADHD, anxiety, depression, autism, trauma while in the womb, trauma after being birthed, trauma for being in dysfunctional, toxic households and environments. My baby suffered through that shit. I think we all do. That's why we are in the predicament we in now. You gotta look out for the best interests of your child. I don't care how bad you want to have a complete family, how bad you want your child to have the other parent. I stuck around because I didn't want my baby to be fatherless. I stuck around because I wanted my child to have a 2-parent household. I didn't want him to not know what it is to have a father. But it's better to be missing something than to have that person or that thing or whatever it is being toxic and being a bad influence, and just if it's dysfunctional or toxic, you just gotta think of the best interest of your child. Because if you about to lose your mind in a situation because you don't want to be the bad guy, you feel like you don't want to be the one to take your child away from the other parent, you're not doing that. If that parent is putting you in a position to have to separate them, you didn't do it. The other person did it. You gotta pick your poison. Which one would you be able to live with? Would you be able to live there and sit by and watch the bullshit happen? Or would you be able to live with walking away and trying to do something better? And then later on, if that person get their stuff together, would you be open to allowing them access? It's just up to you. Make that decision for yourself. Me personally, I stayed for as long as I could. Once I saw that when the damn thing gonna change, because the longer you stay, the more shit they gonna do, the worse it will get. Because they feel like you're dumb. And they feel like they can get away with murder and you ain't gonna never leave. They feel like they got you stuck with what they tried to do in the first place. So sometimes you have to leave because in their mind, you will never leave. So they don't have to get their shit together. They don't have to act right. They can do whatever they want to do. They can stay the same. But that's not why I got on here. I got on here to do an update. Eli has his speech therapy evaluation this weekend as well.
I sit down in bed.
Okay. You poured the chips out into the bed. Okay, go ahead.
It was like down and then all the chips fell. It was like upside down.
Okay. He done poured all the chips into the... That's his chips. That ain't mine. I ain't tripping. Shoot. I ain't worried about it. They're not mine, so I don't even care. Anyway, he has his speech therapy evaluation this weekend, and that was that. Just my cholesterol was still high, and my iron went up, but not enough. So I'm just gonna keep working on that. Like I said, I started taking the chlorella. I still have to take my chlorella tonight. I just had me some of my sage tea, my sage leaves, little baby sage leaf. Sage is good for lowering blood pressure too, and cholesterol as well. So that's my second cup today. I had a cup earlier this rising before I went to my appointment, and I just had a cup this evening. So I'm gonna start doing 2 cups of sage tea. 2 cups of sage tea a day. My garlic pill, my chlorella every night, my moringa and spirulina, my beetroot powder, because I stopped taking that too. I'm about to get back on it and start taking my supplements again because I fall off, but I gotta stay consistent, and I still have to make my calendar. I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna make my calendar. And that's that. Just want to give y'all an update before I forget. And what else? There was something else that I wanted to say. I think that's it. I can't say if you got the unemployment during the lockdown, COVID lockdown, and they overpaid you. They might be sending you an email telling you got a notice. You might want to go ahead on and check that notice because they are waiving those fees for the overpayment. I couldn't get in my account, so I had to call customer service, and they put my name on the list for a callback. And the lady called me back yesterday, and she was like, yeah, we were trying to get in contact with you because of an overpayment. And I'm like, I got irritated. I'm like, overpayment, another fucking bill? Like, come on. Like, why I gotta pay something that you gave me? Like, but I was irritated, and a part of me, the impatient ego, wanted to just hang up the phone. Like, man, fuck that. I ain't got time. I ain't paying them nothing. I don't even want to talk about it. But then I was like, nope. And because I'm not being nasty. So I got my I was like, yeah, I can't even get in there. I've been trying to get in there and I can't get in there. The lady was like, well, if you want to, I can walk you through it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So let me go get my laptop, because I was in Eli's room yesterday, because I was sitting in his room, and he was in the living room watching TV in the living room. And what did I do? I logged in. She gave me the email. They emailed me to a different email address. They emailed me to one email address, but the email address I had for the account was my other email address. So she gave me that. So I logged in. I had to create a new password, and then I went to the inbox, saw the notice, and I'm like, so wait, hold on, how much? Before I even got that far, I was like, how much do I owe these people? This lady told me $2,000. Huh? When they paid me an extra, they overpaid me too. I said, how? How do you overpay somebody that? But she was like, don't you like, I was like, I don't have no damn 2,000. She was like, they waiving it, so it's fine. I'll take you through the steps to to apply to get it waived. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we doing the she taking me through the steps. She's like, I'll take you through the first one, tell you what to put, and then you can do the second one. And I'm like, okay. So I went through the steps, did the first one. It was quick, just a little button here, answer a question here, like 6 or 7 questions. And then, you submit it, you save it, and then you submit it. And then she was like, I said, okay, I'm gonna do the second one. And I said, but I want you to stay on the phone with me while I do it. And she started laughing. She was like, cool. So I'm walking through, answering the questions. And one of the questions was, if if you had to pay this back, would it leave you in a bad financial state? Blase, 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 cause you to get behind on bills and this, that, and that. I said, hell yeah, and she bust out. Because you know, she asked another question. I was like, hell yeah. And she bust out laughing. We was joked out. She said, I know that's right. You her. Cause y'all shouldn't, how y'all gonna make somebody pay back something that y'all gave them? Talking about some overpayment. How we know? Like, if you gave it to us, how would we know? So I got a notice today, I guess, saying that, you know, it was proved, it said eligible. So it's waived, thank God, because I wasn't paying that back. That wasn't my fault. You hear me? Like, that wasn't my fault. So I'm glad it got waived because it needed to. And then I just got my funds released from my other job today. Tuesday. It was last night. They released my funds from my from the insurance company for my other policies. Thank God. And then I start my new job next week. I'm excited about that and just get life back on track. I'm so glad because, but it has been a whirlwind. It has been very eye-opening and informative, but it has been a lot. And I'm ready to get in a routine. And yeah, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that everything is coming back together and getting to where it needs to be. And it's a blessing because everything falling apart had to, so that I can put new things in place. I can plant new seeds so that I can have different sources of income, and I can have more opportunities and be in a place mentally where I had to seek out and find out more information about other things and different things. I got so many things that I'm working on, and it's all because my world fell apart. Like, you know, life is hard, grief is hard, trauma is a lot, but you gotta learn how to transmute that energy, alchemize it, turn that stuff into alchemize it, you hear me? Turn it into something better. Turn lead into gold. We are all alchemists. We are all manifestors. Like, you gotta make it happen, and that's what I'm doing. But that's that. I might include some videos of our day because I think I took a video of Eli earlier. I saged the house, and Eli's, let me do it. So I let him do his room, and just the energy was good. Energy was good. Energy is good, and I'm just grateful that everything's coming together. And I love y'all. Peace. Love yourself. There's light at the end of the tunnel. So just keep going, keep growing, keep progressing. You got this. You're gonna make it. It might not look like it, but you're gonna make it. You've made it before. Like, you gotta. I had posted a post earlier. I posted it on TikTok, and the song, I think it's Ty Tribbett. If you did it before, he'll do it again. Yeah. Same God right now. Same God back then. If he did it before, he'll do it again. Yeah. I'm so glad that I healed my relationship with religion. Because, man, it was the point where I was like, I don't even want to sing a gospel song. I don't even want to. But, you know, I grew up in a church, so. But, you know, it is what it is. You can get hurt, you know, by any religion, spirituality. It's just energies and entities and people and just lessons that have to be learned. It can come from anywhere. It comes from anywhere. So you just let it go. You heal. And try not to hold a grudge or resentment. You'll let it go at some point. You're going to have to at some point. But anyway, love y'all. Be blessed. And love yourself. Love yourself enough to let that shit go. Move on and do what you can. And make your life, make your dreams a reality. Peace.
Yo,
Go ahead, cleanse it out.